Hallo miteinander, I'm Gash86, and this is Endless Alice. This is an arcade-style action game. It is one of the oldest works by Lionheart, one of my favorite Dojin circles. Furthermore, it has a promotional character, as in you can download it directly from their site. Our first session will be on Map P, the last of the 16 selectable arenas. I like this one because its geography spells out Arisu, a cute touch. The goal of Endless Alice is to simply get as high a score as possible. There are no transitions, let alone an ending. You fight until Alice has lost her 5 hit points, represented by pink hearts. As time goes on, mushrooms will sprout quicker and quicker, and more powerful types will appear too. So far, it's only green and yellow mushrooms, the latter being a little bit quicker and smarter. The most defining gameplay mechanic is charging your attack. When only single mushrooms are around, or the situation gets too hectic, a standard doll throw is the best idea. But if you want the big points, you must charge up your dolls. You should also bludgeon and catch a crash-landing Marissa. Yup, abducting her will get you a lot of points too. What makes your charge attack so valuable is that it has an area of effect. This property is very special in that every enemy that gets caught in it spreads the effect further. Right now, this feature is only nice to have, but you'll see what wonders it can work. Alice has another ability, an ability that I tend to use far too little. I would probably be much better at this game if I used it more. Whatever, it's a slide. Sliding won't kill enemies, it's a defensive move. You're invincible while you slide, and it's often safer than jumping over the mushrooms. More and more of the red mushrooms are spawning. These are my arch nemesises. I hate them so much. Not only are they even faster, but they're the first type to actively chase you. They are even so smart that they can jump up the wooden bridges or let themselves down from those tiles. Such maneuvers cost me a lot of hit points in the past. I don't think I've been damaged more by any other mushroom. Now we are getting to the good explosions. Look at how far our blasts are traveling. It can get even crazier once the playing field is fully crowded. It's too bad we're already on our final hit point. The small avatar of Alice in the lower left corner looks absolutely miserable when you're on your last leg. It's kind of heartbreaking, really. How much longer can we hold out? Right now, we have a pretty safe spot and another clone of Marissa in our captivity. She does attack you with magic if left alone for too long, that rogue. I wonder if she's responsible for this mess, this terrible plague of rabbit mushrooms. A plague that has finally killed us. A quick score tally reveals that I have done better in the past. Still a decent try, I think. Never end. This screen makes it sound like the game is some kind of torture. It's not. I assure you, Endless Alice is quite fun. Our next attempt will be on Stage E, my personal favorite, and also the one where I have my highest score. Each stage has its own scoreboard, and my very best one is 1,316,800. The start of it is very slow as usual, so I'll use the relative calm to tell you that this game has a sequel. Endless Alice Crisis is from 2011, also meant to be promotional and free. That one is very different from this. You can scroll the screen and levels wrap around themselves. You can also transition to new levels, and most importantly, you shoot a lot more rapidly. And with more rapidly, I mean you hold down the button to hurl out a constant stream of dolls. It's quite a power fantasy. The original Endless Alice requires more finesse in comparison. None of them make the other obsolete in my opinion. You may prefer this or Crisis. The reason I show you the original is because its session lengths tend to be way shorter, easier to digest for a filler video, I'd say. Back to our game at hand, another thing to remember when it comes to scoring. You want to make your throws count. Don't shoot carelessly if you can help it. There is a counter named Combo, which increases for every hit, but it will reset to 0 whenever a doll misses entirely. Having a high combo counter multiplies points from all sources, may they be kills, picking up gold bars, I think Alice might be wanting to build her own Fort Knox here, and of course, collecting Marissa. She is about to come along again, for the sake of being annoying, and she got herself kidnapped for it. The obvious explanation for why we are getting points for stealing the freedom of that meddling witch is because we are ransoming her back to the Kirisame family, safely and unharmed, for profit. I couldn't think of anything else Alice could ever do with Marissa. Absolutely nothing. Do you have any ideas? No, I really don't think you do. She has no use for her. We didn't start out great here, but the big chains are finally happening. Like I said, this stage is amazing. I suppose it's among the easiest. All of the 5 bridges are stacked pretty close to each other. This can be a big advantage. The blasts may reach through and travel everywhere if you're in luck. Clearing the screen with a single doll is not uncommon for this one. What's also great about it is that you're unlikely to get yourself cornered here. You can easily jump up and let yourself down from the bridges. On the other hand, the dirt platforms can serve as nice emergency hiding spots. It's very difficult for the mushrooms to reach you under them. The more advanced types of mushroom are starting to sprout. The blue ones are not especially clever, but can leap further than any other. That can surprise you in a bad moment. And we've lost a hit point to a black mushroom. The specialty of those is simply taking multiple hits. I think it's 3 or 4. Also, whenever they land after a hop, the screen shakes a little. This won't do anything, it's only there to signal to you that a black mushroom is around. A small detail, by the way, whenever Alice gets damaged, her little avatar in the lower left briefly vomits out a gush of blood. There, did you see it? I feel kind of bad for finding this funny, but it's such a comical contrast to the otherwise cutesy avatar. Anyway, I'm unsure if there are any more mushroom types. As far as I've gotten at my best, no others have appeared. If there actually are, we won't discover them today. That's it, game over. We didn't do too well again, but I think you got the idea. This game is simple, easy to learn arcade fun. Give it a try if you enjoyed what you saw. I'm Gesh86, this was Endless Alice. Bis bald!